morning students, hope you all are fine. If you remember, we started with the chapter political parties, wherein I explained you why do we need political parties. I also asked you to underline this definition and cram it, because many of the times this definition has been asked straight away in your paper. Okay, after that I explained you that what are the components of a political party. You also need to know what is partisanship. Then we discussed about functions. What are the functions of a political party? So we discussed about these functions, that we need parties because they play a decisive role in making laws. It forms and runs governments and the other functions as well. The next topic was why are political parties necessary. Then we discussed about how many parties should we have, under which I discussed with you multi-party system and two-party system. So this is in India and two-party system is in USA and UK. After that we moved on to the next topic, that was what is the difference between a national political party and a state party. So there is a criterion which has been set by the election commission. If the party is able to fulfill that criterion, the criterion of national party or a state party, if the party is able to fulfill that criterion, it is recognized as a national or a state party. So then we could only discuss INC, BJP and BSP. So today I'll start with CPIM, that is Communist Party of India, Marxism. What is this Marxism? Karl Marx was a great social philosopher. Okay, he was a social philosopher, a sociologist, and he talked about communist or communism. Actually he said that the government is always formed by the people who belong to elite section, and he said that the people, there should be no discrepancy or no gap between rich and poor. So he says that basically it always happens that the government is formed by the rich people, and therefore the need of the poor people are not looked into. So he wanted a government by peasants, by poor people who belong to the lower class. So communist country, if you say, basically if we talk about China, we call it as a communist country because the dominance of one party, that is Communist Party. Okay, but communism as an ideology, if you ask me, communism as an ideology means that giving people according to their needs. Okay, and then there is a contradictory ideology, that is socialism, giving people according to their deed. तो डीड इज आप जैसा काम करते हैं आपको स्टेट वैसा ही पे करती है या आप वैसे ही फैसिलिटीज एंजॉय करते हैं. नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट कम्युनिज्म एज एन आइडियोलॉजी, इट इज अ यूटोपियन टर्म. नीड इज अ नेवर एंडिंग फेनोमेनन. अब अगर हम नीड से देने लगेंगे तो नीड तो बहुत ह्यूज चीज़ है. टुडे यू हैव दिस, देन द अदर डे यू विल हैव दैट. सो बेसिकली कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ इंडिया अगर हम बोले, या कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी जो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हियर, इट इज ओनली दैट इट सीक्स दैट द power should also be in the hands of the poor people. That is the formation of the government. When it takes place, it should be a kind of a provision should be there that the participation of people from the lower class should also be there. So it was founded in 1964. They believe in Marxism and Leninism. Both are the social philosophers. Their ideologies are same. They support socialism, secularism, democracy and opposes imperialism. Imperialism means the same. Imperials, kings. तो वो बोलते थे कि हमें गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म्ड बाय रिच पीपल नहीं चाहिए. गवर्नमेंट शुड हैव एन इक्वल पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ पुअर पीपल ऑल्सो. एंड कम्युनलिज्म, दे अपोज कम्युनलिज्म मीन्स दे don't want any violence or fight in the name of religious practices. Accepts democratic election as a useful and helpful means for securing the objective of socio-economic justice in India. So they want social and economic equality. Now this is what is I said, that economic equality is utopian. If everyone is equal, no one is going to work for anyone. So we cannot talk about equality, but of course we can talk about equity. That is giving according to the, what is the share of the work that you are doing, you will be getting according to that. Enjoys a strong support in West Bengal, Kerala and Tripura, especially among the poor factory workers, farmers, agriculture, laborers and the intelligentsia. Intelligentsia means the intellectual class of the people, and the other one, if you see, the factory workers, the laborers. So because this government espouses the cause of poor people, and it says that the formation of the government whenever takes place should always see that there is participation of poor people. Critical of the new economic policies that allow the flow of foreign capital and goods into the country. Coming up of foreign companies into the Indian market is always criticized by them, because again if you see, it is the cause of the poor. What they feel is कि जितनी बाहर की कंपनीज आएंगी उससे जो लोकल वेंडर्स हैं हमारे, उनको बहुत नुकसान पहुंचेगा. लाइक यू कैन से अबाउट बिग बाज़ार, फूड बाज़ार जैसे. ऑफ कोर्स आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि ये फॉरेन कंपनी, बट आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि अगर जैसे रिलायंस फ्रेश है, अगर इस टाइप से आप बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियों को बाहर से लाएंगे, बाहर से ला के अगर आप इस्टेब्लिश करेंगे इंडिया में, तो जो लोकल वेंडर्स हैं, जो लोकल मार्केट है, वो बहुत हिट होता है. बिकॉज वहाँ पे आप जाइएगा, आपको सब कुछ ईजिली अवेलेबल मिल जाता है. And then there are a number of facilities. You can go at one place, you can buy vegetables, you can buy grocery, you can buy clothes. So people would prefer going over there. तो जो लोकल वेंडर्स हैं, जो लोकल सब्जी बेचने वाला है, वो जो छोटे कपड़े की दुकान खोल के बैठा है, वो कहाँ जाएगा? So they want, actually I will tell you, it is the same what Narendra Modi ji is talking about, that local is vocal. So they are telling the same thing, that you should give priority to local people and you should not always think about bringing foreign companies into the market. Yes, they are needed, but they should not have a stronger hold in comparison to the local people. Okay. And then if you see, they have been in power in West Bengal without a break for 13 years. In 2004 elections, it won about 6% of votes and 43 seats in the Lok Sabha. Currently supports the UPA government. Again, if you see, UPA government is not into existence. I told you, your book is outdated. It has not been revised. So at times our government looks into every other thing. And if you see this education policy, it is not doing much, because if they know these things, they must revise the book. So I'll just give you information. UPA government is not presently ruling. Okay, so this can be taken out, and yes, this is a very active party in West Bengal. Right now we have the TMC government, but this party keeps supporting the ideologies, and they always want a country wherein the formation of government should be with the participation of poor people, peasants, basically farmers. If you see, what is their symbol? See, this is a sickle that is used in farming. तो इनका symbol भी यही imply करता है that we are working for the cause of the peasants, the farmers and the poor strata of the society. The next is Communist Party of India, CPI. Again, if you see, the symbol is somewhat same. Formed in 1925, believes in Marxism, Leninism, secularism and democracy. Only the word socialism is not over here. Opposed to the forces of secessionism and communalism. Secession मतलब होता है withdraw करना, secede मतलब होता है withdraw करना. एक बार अगर आप किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के मेंबर बन गए, तो आप अपने आप को फिर वापस नहीं ले सकते हैं. ओके, सो दैट इज लाइक इफ आई टॉक अबाउट इफ यू सी द रिवोकेशन ऑफ आर्टिकल 370, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर जो स्पेशल स्टेटस दिया है. सो नाउ देयर आर सर्टन सदर्न इंडियन स्टेट्स जो कभी कभी अपना बोलते हैं कि वी विल हैव आवर ओन फ्लैग, वी डोंट वांट टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया एनी मोर, तो उसको हम बोलेंगे सिसीड करना. तो अगर आपने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ठीक से पढ़ा है, तो आर्टिकल 1, 2, 3, 4 ये यही कहता है कि वंस द स्टेट्स वर गिवन द चॉइस, दे कुड ईदर ज्वाइन इंडिया, दे कुड और पाकिस्तान, or they could remain independent. But once बिल्कुल ही if you have joined India, now you cannot secede. तो ये जो इस तरह के forces हैं ना इंडिया में, जो ऐसे situations create कराते हैं या जो religion के नाम पे झगड़ा कराते हैं, they are against these kind of forces. Accepts parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interests of the working class, farmers and the poor, became weak after the split in the party. So the main party was the same what you studied earlier, CPIM, but a split, a faction took place and then the party became weak. Significant presence in the states of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Its support base had gradually declined over the years. It secured about 1.4% votes and 10 seats in the, again this is outdated, please omit this. The next is NCP, that is Nationalist Congress Party. Formed in 1999, again with following a split in the Congress Party. What does it espouse or promote? Democracy, Gandhian secularism, that is religion should not be a part of the state or government. Equity, giving according to the work that has been in contribution. Social justice and federalism. Federalism means distribution of power. This is called as distribution of power between center and state. That is called as federalism. wants that high officers in government be confined to natural born citizens of the country. That is, the post of government officers or high officers should only be given to the people who are natural born citizens of the country and not someone who has migrated from other country to our country. A major party in Maharashtra and has a significant presence in Meghalaya, Manipur and Assam. A coalition partner in the state of Maharashtra in alliance with the Congress. Since 2004, a member of the United Progressive Alliance. Again, this part would be omitted. But if you see in Maharashtra right now, we have a significant presence of this party. State parties. Other than these 6 parties, most of the major parties of the countries are classified by the Election Commission as state parties. So you have already read about the criterion. तो इनको हम रीजनल पार्टीज बोलते हैं क्योंकि इनका जो परवेजिव प्रेजेंस है वो स्टेट में ज़्यादा है. ये दीज पार्टीज ज़रूरी नहीं है कि इनका आइडियोलॉजी भी रीजनल होनी चाहिए. आइडियोलॉजी का रीजनल होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. ओके मतलब कन्फाइंड विद इन द स्टेट. They are called as state parties or regional parties because they are unable to fulfill the criterion of a national party. So some of these parties are all India's parties that happen to have succeeded only in some parties like Samajwadi Party, Samta Party, Rashtriya Janata Dal Party. They have national level political organizations and yes, of course, they have units in several states. Some of these parties like Biju Janata Dal, Sikkim Democratic Front एंड मीज़ो नेशनल फ्रंट. अब इसमें से कुछ पार्टीज़ हैं जो अपने स्टेट आइडेंटिटी को लेके बहुत पर्टिकुलर हैं. बट देर आर सर्टेन पार्टीज जो स्टेट आइडेंटिटी पे सिर्फ नहीं काम करते हैं, उनकी परवेजिव प्रेजेंस नेशन वाइड है. ओवर द लास्ट 3 decades द नंबर एंड स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ दीज पार्टीज हैज़ एक्सपैंडेड. This made the Parliament of India politically more and more diverse. Why the Parliament became more diverse? जितनी ज़्यादा पार्टी आएंगी उतनी ज़्यादा आइडियोलॉजी होंगी. हर पार्टी की आइडियोलॉजी कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंट होती ही है. So of course the Parliament becomes more diverse. No one national party is able to secure on its own a majority in Lok Sabha. As a result, the national parties are compelled to form alliance with state parties. अगर कोई भी पार्टी नेशनल पार्टी अगर अपने अकेले पे उतना वोट नहीं सिक्योर कर पाती है, ओके जब लोकसभा इलेक्शंस होते हैं तो उसका रिजल्ट क्या होता है कि नेशनल पार्टीज़ को इन स्टेट पार्टीज़ के साथ कोalition में आना पड़ता है. Since 1996, nearly every one of the state parties has got an opportunity to be a part of one or the other national level coalition government. Now this has contributed to the strengthening of federalism. तो अगर state party भी आ जाती है coalition में तो of course the federalism mechanism starts working more efficiently and democracy in our country. So this is what was about the state party. Now what are the challenges to political parties? So no system is perfect. हर system में कुछ ना कुछ flaws होते हैं. तो challenges क्या हैं इन political parties के लिए? पहला challenge है lack of internal democracy. See, we may talk about democracy in the country, but what about independence and freedom inside the party? There is a tendency in political parties towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top, जिसको आप बोल सकते हैं नेपोटिज्म भी है पार्टी में, किथ एंड किनशिप भी है. ये अपने ही भाई भतीजों को, अपने ही बच्चों को प्रमोट करते रहते हैं. राइट नाउ इफ यू सी कांग्रेस में क्या होता है, कभी राहुल गांधी लीडर बनते हैं, फिर राहुल गांधी की जगह सोनिया गांधी जी लीडर बनती हैं, फिर राहुल गांधी बनते हैं. डू यू थिंक देयर आर नो अदर कॉम्पिटेंट कैंडिडेट्स जिनको हम लीडर बना सके? बट व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज किथ एंड किनशिप. कोई जो नीचे लेवल पे है उनको फ्रीडम ही नहीं है कि वो कुछ बोल सकें. So concentrated कहाँ है पावर? पावर इज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एट द हेड. पार्टीज मेंबरशिप रजिस्टर नहीं होता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मीटिंग्स नहीं होती हैं, इंटरनल इलेक्शन नहीं होता है. ये जो भी लीडर बनता है वो इंटरनल इलेक्शन से नहीं होता है, जो टॉप में है वो डिसाइड करता है कि हु विल बी द लीडर. सो ऑर्डिनरी मेंबर्स जो है पार्टी को, उनको तो कुछ पता ही नहीं चलता है कि पार्टी में हो क्या रहा है. दे डू नॉट हैव द मीन्स और द कनेक्शंस नीडेड टू इन्फ्लुएंस द डिसीजन. एज अ रिजल्ट द लीडर्स अज्यूम ग्रेटर पावर टू मेक डिसीजंस इन द नेम ऑफ द पार्टी. क्योंकि जो पैरामाउंट पावर है, जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पावर है, दैट इज इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द लीडर. तो अब जो लोग डिसअग्री करते हैं इस लीडरशिप से, दे फाइंड इट डिफिकल्ट टू कंटिन्यू इन द पार्टी. तो फिर क्या होता है, पार्टी में स्प्लिट होना शुरू होता है. बिकॉज इट इज मोर अबाउट योर पर्सनल लॉयल्टी, आप लीडर से कितने लॉयल हैं, रादर देन द आइडियोलॉजीज ऑफ द पार्टी. Second challenge है dynastic succession, which I was talking about. If you see, Congress is only a party which is ruled by Gandhis. वो कांग्रेस पार्टी गांधी पार्टी है. आप हमेशा देखिए उसका जो लीडर है वो या तो सोनिया गांधी या राहुल गांधी, और दे मे थिंक अबाउट ब्रिंगिंग प्रियंका गांधी एक्सप्लिसिटली and presenting her as a face. So this is called as dynastic succession. मतलब सक्सेसरशिप चलता है वहाँ पे। तो बहुत सारी ऐसे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ हैं, उनके कोई ओपन प्रोसीजर तो है नहीं कि उनकी फंक्शनिंग कैसी हो रही है। तो जो ऑर्डिनरी वर्कर है उसके लिए तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है टॉप प्लेस पे जाने के लिए। नाउ दिस इज़ व्हाट इज़ कॉल्ड एज नेपोटिज्म। आफ्टर द सुशांत सिंह राजपूत केस दिस वॉज वेरी मच इन न्यूज़। नेपोटिज्म का मतलब ही होता है भाई भतीजावाद, मतलब आप सिर्फ अपने घर के लोगों को प्रमोट करते हैं, और भी कॉम्पिटेंट कैंडिडेट्स हो सकते हैं बट उनके बारे में कोई नहीं सोच रहा है। सो देयर मे बी पीपल हु आर वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, दे आर वेरी प्रोडक्टिव, बट दे डो नॉट गेट एडवांटेज बिकॉज द लीडर्स फेवर द पीपल हु आर क्लोज फैमिली members. In many top parties, the top position are always controlled by members of one family, and the very good example would be Congress party. This is unfair to other members of that party. Of course, it is bad for democracy, क्योंकि जिनके पास popular support नहीं है, adequate position नहीं है, वो हमेशा lower position पे ही रह जाएंगे. The third challenge is money and muscle power, especially during elections if you see. तो मनी प्लेज अ मेजर रोल, ऑल्दो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने क्राइटेरियन सेट किया हुआ है, बट मनी प्लेज अ मेजर रोल. Then if you talk about muscle power, yeah, Supreme Court came out with a very good verdict. Of course, this is not in your book. कि अब कोई भी अगर क्रिमिनल कैंडिडेट को कोई भी पार्टी अपने पार्टी से अगर टिकट देती है उसको, तो उनको ये जस्टिफाई करना पड़ेगा कि ऐसी क्या मजबूरी थी कि ये पर्सन जिसका क्रिमिनल बैकग्राउंड है तुम्हें उसको टिकट देना पड़ा, क्या तुम्हारे पास और कोई कैंडिडेट नहीं था? आई मीन इट इज द ओनस इज ऑन द पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, ओनस ऑफ बर्डन, कि आप बताइए कि आपने ऐसे कैंडिडेट को टिकट क्यों दिया, what was the compulsion, what was the reason behind it, that they will have to justify. तो basically क्यों political parties criminal mindset या criminal back, क्योंकि वो दबंग होते हैं, दबंग हैं, उनके पास पैसे बहुत हैं, तो वो वोट्स गार्नर करना ऐसे लोगों के लिए बहुत ईजी हो जाता है. Next is the fourth challenge is meaningful choice. We talk about multi-party system. Okay, more or less if you see हमारी कंट्री में जो इतनी पार्टीज, इनके आइडियोलॉजीज more or less सेम होते हैं. If you don't talk about certain political parties. और अभी भी आप देखिए 2014, 2019 जब भी लोकसभा इलेक्शंस हुए, what choice do we have? We have only BJP and Congress. That's it. And in that also, if we talk about Congress, Congress does not have a major face. They harp on Rahul Gandhi, who does not seem to be, this is not my view, this is a general view, a sweeping statement, who does not seem that he can take control of the post of the Prime Minister. So do we really have meaningful choice? We are talking about right to vote as right to choose, but actually we are not practicing that right. So now what to do? Can we leave the things as it is? How can these parties be reformed? Can we really reform the parties? So we will do this in the concluding lecture. That will be the end of the chapter, I feel, and after that we will revise the chapter and that will be the end. So thank you, and I'll meet you again in the next lecture.